Oh?
What do you think you're doing, Gouto-kun? I believe I told you using the gate is prohibited.
Tell me, Miss Morimura, is history one of your better subjects? I have some theories myself. I'd like to know if they're accurate. For example, the true location of the lost nation of Yamataikoku. And the truth behind the Honnouji incident. How Oda Nobunaga really died. Unfortunately, my paper in middle school was bound to the failures of our historians. In theory, I could update it into a full report. In theory, at least. A shame that the gates are locked to specific points in time.
What are you really working towards?
It's simple. I want to know the truth.
Are you all right? This isn't like you.
That implies an understanding of what is like me. Or at least, that you believe you understand me.
That's not the point. You need to stop using the gate. I'm going to seal this place off.
Sounds like you've got something to hide.
I don't know what you're...
Wait. Perhaps a personal notebook seems a bit archaic, but it does present certain advantages. Digitized data can be altered, fabricated, falsified. No intelligent person should trust it. But you already know that, don't you?
You are acting strange, after all.
I hardly think you're in a position to talk. If anyone's changed, it's you. I can only wonder why.
What are you?
Miss Morimura, my question is, who exactly are you?
So, did the scout unit have anything for us?
Well, the surface is a total loss. The automated factories are all running at full capacity.
They're mass-producing kaiju.
Hey, getting used to everything?
The technology itself isn't so different from 40 years ago. The real surprise was finding that it's all been integrated into one unified system.
You sure don't seem like someone from your time.
How are things looking?
About like we expected.
Naturally.
All the nuclear plants are stable. Seems like it's the same for other countries, too.
Defensive measures. They want to ensure nothing interrupts production.
So, these factories, are they particularly large?
It's more about how they got totally automated. That was back in 2080. They started functioning as part of a network instead of individual units.
A worldwide network comprising 1.2 billion factories. All fully integrated and synchronized. Based on a client's request, the computer designs a blueprint. From there on, everything is fully automated. Assembly, production, even cost-effective ordering of parts. The human element was no longer necessary for those processes.
So it's a manufactory that can mass-produce anything, on a global scale.
They all function as part of a unified global manufacturing network. By its protocols, all 1.2 billion factories worldwide remain in automatic, perpetual production. And their sole output are these mechanized kaiju, which we know as the D-Forces.
We checked on the plants in Kolkata and Chennai.
Since they're the largest plants of this era and all.
Their production rate has doubled over the last 3 days.
Just like last time. The timing matches up too.
Not long now. They'll make their move soon.
Morimura-san, regarding my home time, that is, the year 2064, you're certain we'll face a similar attack?
We don't have long until they appear in 2064. That much we know. It'll be just like last time.
No, not quite. This time, we have the Sentinels.
True. Anything on your end?
Loosely speaking.
We managed a partial data dump from the underground mainframe. Gouto-kun?
It's an archived news report concerning a certain scandal. More important, though, is its date of recording.
When's the data from?
The year 2188. In other words, far in the future. Even more so than our current temporal position, 2104.
Let's see it.
Before dawn on the 20th, 8 Newman Inc. executives were taken into police custody. Charged with human trafficking and illegal cloning, their established motive was to tamper with human memories. Authorities consider this an organized effort and are pursuing further charges. Mind-hacking crimes have been on the rise in recent years. By exploiting nanomachines such as interlocutors, malefactors can overwrite stored memory information in cerebral synapses. This technique has recently been used to enable other associated offenses. These arrests come after a string of similar cases, including culprits criminally downloading memories onto another body. Evidence suggests these are attempts at a kind of technological reincarnation. And we've already seen more than 460 arrests connected to this practice.
A log concerning the scandal involving Newman Inc. The report is dated 2188. Some of their executives were taken into police custody. The crime in question was apparently attempting to use nanotechnology to, in theory, take over physical bodies.
I didn't know it was even possible to download memories.
The crime apparently occurred in June of 2188.
Ida-kun.
That's not all. Let him finish.
Regarding this Newman, I found one more log that could be relevant. This report is from March, about 3 months prior to the other log.
Newman Inc., the tech giant known for interlocutors, has been acquired by Shikishima through a takeover bid. Shikishima's CEO had this to say.
Nanotechnology has made leaps and bounds over the 22nd century. Now, even the human body can operate with all the power of a supercomputer. Interlocutors have paved the way for humanity's next step in evolution. For any one of us, all it takes is a thought. And we can have the world itself at our fingertips. With the brilliant minds at Newman driving our nanotech business, we look forward to a brighter future for Shikishima and all our affiliates.
With this acquisition, Shikishima now sits among the top 3 in global market share of interlocutors.
3 months prior to the Newman Inc. incident, Newman was acquired by the conglomerate Shikishima. With these interlocutors, Apparently some kind of nanomachine information technology. They've become one of the world's top megacorps.
They kept talking about those interlocutors. You think that's the nanomachines inside our own bodies?
Most likely.
So Shikishima's at the heart of this, too. At least we know we weren't wrong. This all began in the future after all. Still, 2188. 2104 is the furthest we can shift into the future. It's a shame, but I don't think we can verify this ourselves. I think we should drop this lead for now. Better to focus on protecting Gouto-kun's hometown instead.
Maybe so. We're almost out of time, so we'll need to move quickly. Best to return to the school in the year 2064. We'll need the cooperation of the other two compatibles.
Gouto-kun, we should focus on putting the Sentinels through the combat sims. I hope you can join me.
Sure. My apologies, Miss Morimura. Making arrangements in 1985 proved somewhat difficult. I'm sorry we've had to remain here the past few days.
Not much we can do if it's an emergency. I have to ask. Was it absolutely necessary to dress me up like this?
Does it bother you? Considering the age you appear, well, it struck me as the most inconspicuous choice. You're not having trouble walking, are you, Miss Morimura?
You should probably just call me Chihiro. Otherwise we'll seem suspicious in public.
Okay, Chihiro. San.
Better drop the san, too. Honestly, I'm surprised you were able to find me at all.
A certain data log helped. I found records that your mind had been transferred into the young child standing before me.
This body is a juvenile clone of me. I ran an experiment to see if I could restore my compatibility. It turned out to be a failure. That's why I sealed my memories.
This compatibility, that'd be the ability to control the gate and the Sentinels?
You need compatibility to control the mainframe. I was once compatible myself. But after everything got rewound, I lost that power. Maybe it's hard for you to see how crucial that ability is, but you'll understand soon enough.
This refers to the humans who can control the UFO's mainframe. Those compatible have nanomachines implanted in their bodies.
What's going on with my actual body?
She's acting like a completely different person. My theory is that someone's taken control of her.
You're saying she got mind-hacked?
She's clearly behaving very differently, at least. It seems like she's working against the Sentinel project. It's like she's been influenced by 426. Or the man himself may just be wearing her face.
That certainly explains why you woke me up. Not much to go on, though. Either way, we'll have to do some more investigation. I can see it's been quite a while since my memories were sealed. 5 whole years. And now 4 sectors have gone dark. Talk about a rude awakening. First, you'd better catch me up on major developments in the last 5 years.
Easy enough. Hardly comfortable surroundings for a briefing, though. I'll explain over in 1985. That should do it for preparations. Now, let's see if the biometric authentication works. go through? Looks like that got me past the initial barrier, at least. Now, with Miss Morimura's ID, I should be able to get into her logs. Found it. One of the logs she left behind.
Today's date is March 2nd, 2100. Well, I guess there's no point in putting a date to these logs. They've probably got 4 years left until the invasion begins. I ran an experiment on my clone. I wanted to see if I could make her more compatible. I had more than enough data stored in Sector 0. She would have had all my memories. However, I could not establish compatibility in the clone. No more than I could in myself. Maybe there really is no way we can survive this. Not even Ida-kun knows about this experiment. I've kept this attempt secret from everyone. The memories I implanted in the clone have been sealed. I left her in 1940 under the Miura family's care. She'll be able to grow up as her own person. Someone separate from me. Until they invade, at least.
That methodology sounds familiar. Was she basing this project off of those memory overriding crime reports? All in an effort to achieve compatibility? So compatibility isn't just a matter of differences in the nanomachines. There's more. This file looks like the last thing recorded.
Ida-kun didn't make it back either. The remaining Sentinels are infected. No good to us. We're running out of options. We'll have to resort to Operation Aegis. If we go that route, we'll be risking the future of humanity itself. How do I make the call on a decision like that? But I don't know how else he and I can survive this. This is my only chance.
The final log that Chihiro Morimura left on the UFO. She speaks at length on Operation Aegis. Her goal is that he and she would ultimately survive, even at the cost of humanity's future. The question is, who is he? Ever since the battle that ended with the Sentinels infected, Miss Morimura has been pushing this operation as one of its fiercest supporters. Oh, that's puzzling. There's a log registered under my name. As far as I know, I've never recorded anything like this.
Renya Gouto speaking. Did you confirm receipt of payment? Then I'm sure you can see to the details. Am I clear? I want her dead. Any means necessary. Execute her. And stop the project. That's not my problem. It's in your hands now. Do you realize what'll happen if her project gets approved? It could ruin everything we worked for. You know what must be done. Kill Chihiro Morimura.
Was that really me? That man was a Shikishima executive from the year 2188. Is that supposed to be my future? Seems like a private communications log. The other person on the line wasn't recorded. But it's clear enough what they're talking about. That was an assassination order on Chihiro Morimura. Which I seem to have called in.